today's video, I'm going to be talking about how having a type may be keeping you single. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Heather, and on my channel I talk all about faith-based dating and relationships, how to date with purpose, and how to prepare for a healthy, thriving marriage. So if you haven't subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you are a returning subscriber, hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. I also invite you to follow me over on Instagram. I just share a lot more behind the scenes over there, a little bit more personal life, and I try to go live from time to time and answer your questions, and I love to connect with you guys over there in the DMs. Also, I am working towards hitting 1,000 followers over on Instagram, and once I do, I plan on doing some type of fun giveaway. So if you watch my YouTube channel but you don't follow me over on Instagram, be sure to head over there after you watch this video. All right, so there are 3 main ways that I feel like having a type could be keeping you single. But before we jump in, I want to clarify that I do think it's very important to have non-negotiables, to set standards, and to know what you're looking for when you're dating. But your list of traits shouldn't be a no-budge list of overly detailed requirements that may be ruling out quality Christian men. Dating a certain type exclusively and setting guidelines that are too strict or specific could actually keep you single. All right, so the first way that I believe having a type could keep you single is that it limits you. If we just look purely at numbers, clearly, if you have one type of man that you are always dating, that you're always drawn to, and you don't date any other type of man, then obviously that's going to limit the amount of men that you are able to date. So while I think it's very important to have a list of non-negotiables and boundaries, make sure that list includes things that are the most important to you. For example, faith. If you are dating with purpose and you want to be in a godly marriage, then faith should be on your list of non-negotiables, and I don't suggest that you date outside of that. But once you have your list of qualities and non-negotiables, then I want you to take a look at that list and cut out anything that's superfluous, any kind of fluff that isn't really necessary and that doesn't truly matter. So this could be things like physical characteristics, like, you know, I only date men with a certain eye color or a certain hair color, or I only date men who are over 6 feet tall, or that have a specific job. And instead, focus your list on qualities, characteristics, things that are really important, like a man who is after God's own heart, a man who has wisdom, a man who is kind and giving. And you may find that cutting the excess out of your list, those overly specific items, opens you up to some really great quality men that you may not have otherwise thought of or considered. Plus, even if you date the most attractive man in the world, but there's no chemistry, there's no connection, you aren't vibing with each other personality-wise, then it's not worth it anyway. So I'm not saying that you should settle or that you should lower your standards, but I am saying that you should focus on the qualities that matter the most and just open up your horizons to dating men who may be outside your particular type. The second way that dating a specific type may be keeping you single is that it keeps you from growing. If you are continuously dating the exact same type of man over and over again, it could be keeping you from actually learning and growing from those experiences. No matter how many failed relationships you've experienced, you should be learning things about yourself through those experiences that help you prepare for the right man. So every single person that you date should be an opportunity to learn and grow and get better and be a better version of yourself for the man who is right for you. But like I said, if you're always dating the same type of guy, then you may not be learning and growing like you would if you were to step outside of your comfort zone and expand your experiences. And when you do that, it allows you to grow and experience things that you may not have even realized that you wanted or needed. And you may find that you really appreciate some of the things that you wouldn't expect and that you may not have experienced had you not opened yourself up to other types of men. For example, it wasn't until I met my husband that I realized how much I appreciated and how much I actually needed a man who was more in touch with his feelings and who was more willing to hear me out and be sensitive to the things that I was going through. Because previously I had always dated men who were a little bit more gruff in that area and who weren't really connected to their emotions. But once I opened up and dated my husband, I realized that that was something I actually really needed, and that has been really a game changer in our marriage. All right, and so the third way that it may be keeping you single is that it keeps you stuck. If you find that you're feeling frustrated and perpetually single, your type could be to blame. And it's a really good sign that having a type may not be working out so well for you. It could be that whatever quality it is that draws you to those types of men is not actually a quality that works for you or that you are even compatible with. Or it could be that the trait that you're holding out for in your type is not actually a trait that makes a quality man. So I would encourage you to try and broaden your horizons and date someone who's not someone you might normally look for. Maybe he's not as tall as you normally go for, but he's really sweet and he has a really good sense of humor. And this isn't saying that once you step out of your comfort zone and start dating different types of guys that the next one will necessarily be the one for you, but it will help you to grow. It will help you to have more experiences. And if having a type isn't working out for you anyway, then there's no harm in expanding outside of that type and seeing what else is out there for you. Like I said before, you may come across qualities and characteristics that you actually really like that you wouldn't have otherwise experienced. And I would also encourage you to think about, where did your type even come from? Did your preferences take root because of expectations from your parents or experiences from your childhood? Or are you looking for your ex in each new guy that you date? Maybe there's someone you dated who you may not be fully over, and you're still comparing each new guy to that ex and wanting to find them in the next person. This is another thing that happened with me, and I didn't even realize it till years later, that I was comparing each new guy I dated to an ex and wanting them to have the same qualities, the same characteristics, the same looks as him, instead of being open and letting them be who they actually were. And there was a reason that it didn't work out with that ex. So by me seeking those same qualities in these other men, I was actually seeking something that wasn't good for me. And once I opened myself up, I was able to discover qualities that I loved. So it's possible that there are more qualities that you will love that you just haven't discovered yet. So that's it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I would love to hear in the comments if you have a type and how that's been working out for you. Do you feel like it's working out okay, or do you feel like it may be hindering you some way in your dating life? And again, if you're not already subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.